great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, checking in with Virginia Tech's head coach pregame. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Hokies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a tight end down the gut. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Release to the back. Right on target this time. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways.
Max going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To throw, it's Hammond. Complete. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
The run inside, it's Williams. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, you'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He's knocked down, but interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get it. Oh, he's got some space.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Red Raiders have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll run it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. Oh, it's picked off.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Ready to fire from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Overton. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Going with the counter play here. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. Could be an alley. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something.
Makes the grab in their space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Got his man on the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. He's at the all the way back. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. They knock him down right there.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
It'll be 3rd and long. Trying play action. He's taking the shot. Finds a spot in the middle. Breaks free. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
fielded in the end zone. It's Keith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Overton. Turning it on. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First two drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hammond. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
You got to be so careful as a QB when you're throwing outside. It's got to be on time. That one a little bit late, and the defender caught it out of bounds. That should have been another interception. This QB's already thrown a couple.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to beat the D deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Ball's up to 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. The first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together, and they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs, nice job coming up big on the 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. That's caught by Williams.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Now, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. It's on target and complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Lee. Timeout call by the Red Raiders, and now Texas Tech will have no more to use. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They're going to run it to the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll run the counter. That should be the final play of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the UNLV Rebels taking on the number 10 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's UNLV able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. The give is to Williams. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a 1-possession game.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement out front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds a man on the left.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Rides the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quarterback keep. And tackled there by the defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Hokies have this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Overton. Got a little grass. The tag. He is in. Touchdown, Hokies.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Look out, he's got room. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, they're after him. He's open on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, This team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Overton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And man, you gotta love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt, and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the air, it's Hammond. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raider. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten pay dirt in this one, and numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Coming out with it, it's Heath. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Might as well stick with him. Open space at the 25. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Hokies line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive. Got some good work from their defense. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This defense has to hold it right where it is. Score tied late in the game. Looking for a crease. It's Overton. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Hokies are in the hurry-up. from the red zone. It's Hawkins. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football. Making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Throws to the tight end. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
Might as well give it to him again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going to the run, it's Overton. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. There's some room. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Finds his man, it's Simmons. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Throws to the wideout. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what...
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his man. It's Carter. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is
and his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He's run out of bounds, and that's going to do it. The defense coming up large and putting a wrap on this one. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On the move, it's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.